today I'm going to show you 6 easy crops to plant in June. All right, this variety is called Red Burgundy. Another one that we really like a lot is the Emerald Green, or the Clemson Spineless is another really good one that has done very well for us out here. I've already got right here, I believe this one's a Clemson Spineless that's growing, that's still young. So these need to be planted 4 feet apart. This one says a 1/2 inch to inch depth. So we're gonna count from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My shoes are about 1 foot long. You can use a measuring tape if you want. So our first okra we're gonna do is right here. You can use your finger or you can use a stick like this. So on the seed packet, it recommends to do 3 seeds when you plant them. That's a great idea. It gives you a higher chance of germination. So if one seed doesn't germinate, you've got 2 other ones there. We're gonna go ahead and just cover that up. That's about 1/2 inch to 1 inch deep there. And then we're gonna come over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've been doing kind of chop and drop stuff. And so that's why you see all these leaves and things through here. So we're gonna go ahead and get 3 more seeds. Plant it right here. 1, 2, 3. You want to make sure that these seeds are going to have, they're going to be in a place where they're going to get full sun. So right here in this garden, we have it's a real nice open area. Okra loves the heat. The approach that we're using is companion planting, and basically what that does is they all benefit each other. So some plants will fight off other pests, and then also they don't these specific plants aren't going to compete for nutrients and things like that. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the cantaloupe. Okay, this one also, I believe, says here 4 to 6 feet apart. This trellis I've put in place is about 8 feet. That means we can plant these in 3 different places. 1 here, 1 in the middle, and 1 at the end. I'm actually gonna plant these on this side. On the packet, it says 1/4 inch deep. That's about 1/4 inch. I don't get too stressed out about it. Just make sure, I mean, if it's a little bit deeper or a little bit shallower, it's not gonna be that big a deal. So we got them in there. We're gonna go ahead and cover them up. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm doing 4 seeds here. Go ahead and bury it in. All right, then we're gonna come down here, put another 4 seeds, just like that. Bury them in, pack them in. The next one we're doing is blue like bush beans. And on the back, it says 1 inch deep. And I know this trench is about 1 inch deep. Now we're gonna take our beans, and the spacing for this is 4 inches. I also like to use 2 beans, at least 2 beans, okay? Because I've had issues with some not germinating. I've got a stick here that's about 4 inches roughly. So we're gonna do 2 per hole. That's another thing you can do, is just find you a stick in the yard that's that measurement that you need, and then just use that as a guide. It's a lot faster. All right, just gonna cover them up. This is cilantro, okay? On the back of your seed packet, it will tell you how long you can plant these things for. So like this one says, you can sow every 3 weeks until 4 weeks before your average first frost date. Our first frost date is not until like the first week of November or something like that. So we've got tons of time to plant these and get established. We're gonna go ahead and get our seeds out. These are great to soak, just like I did the beans or like the okra. But because we didn't have time, we're just gonna put them right in the ground, and we have a lot of rain coming, and that rain is gonna keep this soil nice and wet, which is ideal for germination. So we're gonna come in here, and it says right here to plant them 1/2 inch deep and to do it every 6 inches. So we've got our okra over here. We wanna give that enough space. We got okra here. I'm only gonna plant probably right here 2 plants. So I'm gonna come in here like that, and it recommends doing 3 seeds like a lot of the other ones. I'm gonna do 4, and then I'm gonna put another one right here. And we're gonna go ahead and bury those in just like that. All right, so for squash, we're just gonna find a spot in our garden. This happens to be a good little spot right here because we just harvested all these carrots. And so we've got this whole area opened up. So I'm only gonna put, a batch of seeds right here in the middle. I'm not going to put several here. I'm just gonna plant some right here in the center of this bed because this plant's gonna grow and be pretty big, and I want room for my flowers and stuff. All right, this is not something that you have to do, but I like to do it, is when I go to plant my seeds in, which is, you know, an inch deep here for these squash seeds, I like to just take compost and cover it with compost, just like this. And so that's about an inch deep. And that's gonna give the seedlings, when they come up, the nutrients they need to thrive. All right, the last crop that you can plant in June is going to be your sweet potato. So I have a video showing you step-by-step how to actually grow these slips like this. And I'm gonna link that right here in this video, so you can just click it if you need to see that whole process. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna come in, I'm just gonna chop this off. That gives me about 10 inches roughly of a vine there. And then I'm gonna remove these lower leaves. All right, so I'm just finding me a spot right here in the garden. I planted one here about a couple weeks ago. This is the same variety. It's like a bushing variety. It's a red sweet potato. So I'm gonna dig here and just stick it in the ground, just like so. Give it, pat it in and water it in, just like that. And we're gonna keep it wet for the first couple weeks until it gets established. All right, guys, so that's all the different crops you can plant in June. You still have time. Don't hesitate, get them planted. The sweet potato that I planted, you can plant those all the way through August in my zone 8A in Texas. Hey, if you have any questions, be sure to drop in the comment section. If you have any other crops that you feel grow well in June or you can plant in June, also include that in the comment section. I'm sure everyone else would love to hear from you. All right, God bless you in Jesus' name. Thanks for watching. As always, take care.
Yeah.